so city, you're breaking down. I try to reach you, but you're not around. Down every alley, you're so razor sharp, like some sort of Holy Ghost cutting through the dark. You look like every year that I'm inclined to turn your lightning on back online. Tell me you'll be right back. I hope you find yourself again. Talk to me, my friend. You make it hard to let it go now that you're stuck within my walls, haunted by the ghost of you. You're every single stranger smoking off the corner, creeping closer. But when I call your name out, all I hear is the echo, haunted by the ghost of you. I just wanna make contact, wanna rinse you out, wanna make you holy again, wanna ride you up. So I burn these candles in the darkest rooms, read from my black book in the light of the moon. Some kind of vapor, thought I heard your sound, and knock on my door in the night, but no one to be found. Tell me you'll be right back. I hope you find yourself again. Talk to me, my friend. You make it hard to let it go now that you're stuck within my walls, haunted by the ghost of you. You're every single stranger smoking on the corner, creeping closer. But when I call your name out, all I hear is the echo, haunted by the ghost of you. Talk to me, my friend. Call out to the ghost of you. Talk to me, my friend. Call out to the ghost of you. Tell me you'll be right back. I hope you find yourself again. Talk to me, my friend. You make it hard to let it go now that you're stuck within my walls, haunted by the ghost of you. You're every single stranger smoking on the corner, creeping closer. But when I call your name out, all I hear is the echo, haunted by the ghost of you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Synthwave Hangout, episode 63, I believe. Dom, I have a bone to pick with you, by the way.
Which one? Femur, metatarsal, which one?
Oh, man. No, it's funny because the joke is that Dom was a little late coming on, but you missed a catastrophe that was going on before before you got on with like
really?
OBS, like crashing and not working. None of the plugins are activated for no reason. I'm downloading like, you know, hard licenses and like adding them to plugins and like all sorts of stuff.
Oh no.
And then you weren't there normally, and I'm like talking to our guests.
You just felt you're like an island. You're an island all by yourself, and I'm so sorry.
I'm just trying to make you feel horrible. That's all. Don't worry about it.
My kids had my phone, and my alarm did not go off because I didn't have my phone.
Right.
And I woke up, and then I'm like, "What time is it?" And it was like, "Hey, it's 10:53." You know, because it starts 11 a.m. my time, and I'm like, "Oh no!"
Right.
So
Right. No, I'm just giving you a hard time. You know, like I knew you would jump in eventually, but I was just, we always have like such a buffer at the beginning of the show, right? It's just,
yeah.
But anyways, I had to say something because it was just so funny. But let's say, yeah, we can restart, I guess. Like, hello, everybody. My name is Dave, also known as Memory Design.
And I am Dominic, also known as Woren, also known as Windows, also known as the guy who's always late.
Late for what?
Not dinner, I'll tell you that.
Right. It's like, let me send you some photos here real quick. Do you think that I'm
hold
late
on a
for
second.
dinner?
Do you like to see like a round gut?
right. Hey, it's just more to love, my friend. That's what I always say. But yeah,
That's right.
It is.
They say often it's more pushing or more cushion for the pushing.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? So,
Right. Well, that is exactly the reference I was going to make to you as my friend. So I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah, no problem. Like, often when I'm moving furniture, I use the gut.
Right. Matt, I know I've made this joke before, but I just imagine somebody tuning in for the first time, and this is the part that they're hearing. This is the only part they know.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so what is this?
Okay.
A Friends
They're
argue
like,
show?
I got better things to do. It's fine. No big deal.
Right. But hey, we have a guest on today that I'm very excited about, a personal friend of yours and mine, and I am very excited to introduce him to everybody if you have not heard his stuff. So please welcome our guest, Brandon McCool. Are you there?
I'm here. Hi, fellas.
Hey. And like in classic Synthwave Hangout way, we just have this like very awkward introduction and then just like an explosion, introduce the guest when they're not expecting it. So you've been initiated to the beginning of the show.
Yes. Welcome to awkwardness.
Yeah, welcome to
Fine.
Awkward Town, right? Hey man,
I was expecting not to go live at all. After our whole lead up here.
Yeah, what was funny is I was talking with Brandon a bit before this, and I'm like detailing all these technical problems that are happening, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe this isn't like a good thing. Like, I shouldn't be doing this to the guests right before they hop on.
Nah, that's okay. Just pile it all on me. I'm good.
Right. It's like everything's working, but your voice channel is that is that okay?
Yeah.
So, how are you? How you doing?
I think it's acceptable.
I'm doing great.
What'd you say, Dom? Sorry.
Nothing. I was being sarcastic. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, okay. Do your thing. Do that stupid little thing you do in the beginning of the show here. And so, the question I always ask is, how can you explain the kind of music you make? With some people, I call it a project, right? I'm saying, this band's project or whatever. But this is your actual real name, right? So it's like, it's not really the Brandon McCool project. You are Brandon McCool. So how would you explain the music that you make?
Well, I know this is supposed to be like the softball question that, obviously I can explain my own stuff, but I have no fucking idea.
Well, it is
to explain what I do.
It is the only planned question for the show ever. Everything else, there's
I
no
know,
others.
and you even prepared me for it, and I still I lost sleep last night wondering how I was going to answer this question. So, I guess the best way to describe what I do is I make sure to never do the same thing twice.
So if you like what you hear today, you'll be wildly disappointed next time.
Yeah, you're gonna hate the rest of my shit. So,
Right. I usually tell everybody I just make noise.
Right. That's a good generic thing, and that way they'll never be disappointed, right? It is noise, after all. He wasn't lying.
You heard the bleep bloop. It's a noise.
Right.
So I guess, a lot of my stuff is guitar focused because I'm primarily a guitarist. I've played guitar for a long time, and I don't know. I've always just kind of like with keyboard. I always just kind of like tap around it, because I have no actual keyboard training. I think I'm getting better over time, but that's not something I'm actually fluent on. But
Yeah.
So I guess a lot of my stuff kind of revolves around guitar, but I'm not like a shredder either. So I'm kind of useless to everybody. I guess is the point I'm making.
I always joke when people I have guitars that like I've bought like a few myself, but I have friends, like a few friends that are guitar collectors, and they've over the years we've traded equipment and this kind of stuff. So I've got like a bunch of guitars laying around, and when people ask me like, oh, you play or whatever, and I always say like I am the most mid-level rhythm guitar player that you could ever ask for. So if you need like chords played, I'm your man.
Really mediocre.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I am way mediocre in the best way.
It's even better if you need a single finger bar chord played.
Yes, a drop
you
D
go.
bar chord. I am down.
Drop
I'm,
D.
right.
If
I'm
you
ready.
need power chords, I'm your man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but no, I I think that's a little unfair. I mean, I've heard your music before, and I've heard your guitar playing and everything, and I think people are going to be very happy with it. But I do know that
I say stick with the modesty thing.
No.
Self-deprecation is always the best way to go, in my opinion. Like,
but I get what you said. Like, there's some people that are. Go ahead.
It's an act.
Oh,
sorry. It's all an act. The modesty thing. I think I'm a god.
Right.
there you go. Perfect. There you go.
Right. You're sitting shirtless on a throne right now doing this show, right? You just didn't want to tell anybody.
Right.
And the throne has your name engraved in the back of it also.
Yeah, he's just sitting there. He's got no shirt on. He's got like a chain hanging right in the ground beef of chest hair.
Right.
Did I leave my camera on?
Right. with your own photo on the chain, right? Something like that. See,
just staring at himself.
Right. Now we've set you up. Now we've set you up for the show, right? So this is what people are going to expect. But going back to the guitar thing, like you were saying, I get that thing, because there's some, like a lot of my friends are guitar players, and like growing up, playing music or whatever, there's always those people that were like, wow, he can really shred, or he can really do this kind of stuff, and it's kind of like what they're known for. And but I like your solos a lot. I love your guitar tone. I really enjoy every aspect of the production that you do, and that's not me just being nice. I mean, I've told you this. God,
He's
for
being
over a
sort
year.
of
No, for over a
You know
year
what I
now,
mean?
right?
No, I mean, let's be honest. Dave's always nice. So.
I am always nice, but I don't lie. I don't lie on the show, so
No.
I don't.
I know. I'm just teasing.
I mean, when Dom asked me if I like Windows, that's the
That's a lie.
exception. That's the exception that I make.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah, everyone's really nice to me about the Windows project, but we all know it's fine.
Right. Well, a lot of Venmo payments going out to people, so.
Yes.
But I got you, brother.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit you just released an album, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, about like the inspiration for it, I guess you can say, which I loved when I heard what you were doing and everything. It made me very, very happy. And I know we've talked about my appreciation of the inspiration for this album as well, but I won't spoil it until later. So, but I'm just curious, like, when you're going to like before you start making this album or whatever, or you're doing a song, do you just like sit down and like start writing? What do you do? Like, are you one of those people that just is like thinking of it all the time, or you just sit in front of the DAW with nothing and you're like, all right, here we go?
I really don't have empty DAW problems, but I don't have a set approach either. I've had things like I've had riffs come to me in dreams, and I have to
cool.
wake up and grab a guitar real quick. That doesn't happen often, but I've had it happen a few times. And then I don't know. Sometimes I always have kind of music going in my head, so I'll sort of think of a little lead lick or something, and I just build
me
the whole
too.
thing around that.
Isn't it so annoying? Like when you're trying to like do something, like I'm always like, I don't know if I have ADD or something like that, but I'm always like hearing songs and like thinking of songs, and it's highly distracting if I'm trying to like work or do something else, and I've got like this riff going on in my head that like, I got to write that down, but I'm at work or something.
All consuming.
Yeah, it really takes over.
I've been there. That's all I was going to say. It's like, I've been there where I'm like sitting there and I'm trying to. My problem is that I can never make anything that I hear in my head.
Oh, God, I know. Have you ever sang what you're thinking into your phone, and then you listen back later and it's just like nonsense?
And then the phone blows up?
Right,
yeah, all the time.
Right.
Never. I've never done that because I'm so like petrified of singing or anything. I'll sing at karaoke and that's about it. Like only when it's okay that I'm making an ass of myself, I'm fine with it.
Right. I have a slew of videos on my phone of like the phone on my pant, on my on my leg, it's just like close up of like, the cloth, and me like humming something that at the time I think is like this incredible like lead, or oh man, this is gonna be so good, and then I listen back and it is just obnoxious. It is awful. I can't do anything with it. It is, and I keep doing this, and it has never been successful. And I'm not making a joke. I've never transferred anything that I've done into the phone into a song in my life.
There have been times when I would try to like and I'm not writing like sheet music. I'm not actually writing notation. I'm just trying to write a sketch, sort of a song structure out on a piece of like on a napkin or something. And sometimes I can decipher parts of that by the time I get home, but usually no.
Right. Yeah, no, that's more advanced than I would do, for sure. Like,
I just guess.
You just get it right.
I just guess. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, maybe this will sound all right, and then
Right.
I'm like, meh.
Right. You just keep moving the MIDI note up and down, and you're like, is this the key? I don't know. Right?
Maybe.
And then copy and paste 64 times. Done.
That's right. Yeah, same loop over
Song.
and over and over.
Right. Yeah, you got to do that thing where you
They'll
automate.
never notice.
You got to automate the low end out and then bring it back in at the beginning, and then do that in the middle, and then you're done.
Yeah,
That's the song.
what I do is I take the bass, I cut all the high end
Yes.
off the bass, right, and
Yeah.
then what I do after that is I bring all the high end back, and then
I've never heard that.
and then I
technique
just
before.
cut it again after that, over and over. This is just my method, my pro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
The method you invented. You're saying?
yeah, right. I just do that over and over until it sounds completely trash.
Right, you're coming on and you're like, I invented this new thing where you just have 16th notes of the bass playing, and then you duck every time the bass drum hits. I don't know what I'm gonna call
It's
it
on
yet.
the 5 and it's on the 5 and the 6 every time.
Right, it's just
I'm gonna call it side chaining.
Yes.
And nobody else is ever gonna do it.
right.
No one says I'm brilliant.
Yeah, see, Brandon gets it. I mean, you know, like I love Dom's invented synthwave story that he always tells, and I know it's true. I just, it's like I have very few things that I can like really joke about with Dom, because we are really good friends, and we do like dunk on each other a lot. But I love that story that you tell, Dom.
Oh yeah. You know what it is like I feel like, here's the thing. Okay, had I made all that music like 10 years prior, I would have probably been like, oh man, holy crap, he did this, right?
Yeah,
but it's like, but like knowing that I did nothing original made me like laugh so hard that day. I remember like, okay, well, you know,
it's like
all right.
2021, and you're like, it's like 80s music but made with modern equipment. Right?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Like Brandon comes in, he's
I'm
like,
so original, guy.
Brandon's like, I'm gonna call this tapping, and tell me what you guys think of this sound on the guitar.
I was thinking about calling it a hammer on.
Right, exactly.
Does that sound stupid or?
right.
Dumb or anything like that. It was like hammer on, hammer off. You know,
Oh man, sorry. I was asking
I'm
real
call
quick.
this a bar chord because my fingers going on the, like a full thing. You know,
Oh, see, I thought it was because you had to be at a bar to do it. So,
Right.
I think
I got a capo as well.
we should workshop that. I think, a little bit.
Yeah. I put a capo just on the bottom, on the top 3. That's it.
Right,
and,
exactly. We're gonna have to move on to the first block soon, but I'm just how long have you been doing guitar for, Brandon?
About 30 years.
Jesus Christ!
Well, yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm 31.
No,
and then you
Dave's
just quit
literally
the
trying to
show.
invoke it. Hold on a second.
What are you saying,
No,
Dom?
what?
You said Jesus Christ, and I said, no, Dave's trying to invoke him. Hold on.
Oh,
a second.
right.
We have a summon happening.
I was doing that earlier before the show started. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in my early 40s. I forget how much.
Right,
I've lost
right.
track.
You're in
But,
that zone where it doesn't matter anymore. I'm in that zone too.
Yeah, I know when my birthday is, but I don't know what birthday.
Right.
Right. You're just
so-
you're like, I'm old enough to where if I sneeze too hard, my back hurts.
Well, that's for the
Right.
that's for that one person at work that remembers everyone's birthday and then is annoyed you don't remember their birthday. That's for them to remember. That's for
You don't
them.
remember mine? It's like, no, I don't write everything down and I have a life.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. But so 30
Well,
years. So you started when you were like a kid, like a young kid.
Yeah, about 12.
God, you know what's funny about that? I'm the same way with drums, and I was just thinking to myself, like I always say, like, oh, about 20 years, but I'm in my mid 40s now too. Holy cow! See, I didn't even remember of it. I didn't remember the time, because I've been saying like about 20 years for about 10 years now.
I
I've
know.
been playing guitar and bass since I was 12, and then I'm 42. So yeah.
Yeah, I
30
got
years
so
now.
used to saying I've been playing for like 10, 15 years. just a couple years ago, I realized, oh shit, I haven't updated that. It's been like almost 30 now.
Right. But you have.
Well, you know what? I think in our heads we're all 20, right?
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
Like,
Absolutely.
so it's like I never matured past like 15. So
Right.
it's like I'm good.
Yeah, no, it is funny how life works like that, because I think that too, because, obviously I'm seeing the same, vision I've always had, but like then sometimes you like, look in the mirror or whatever and you're like, what happened?
I'm like, who is this person? Get out of my house.
Right. So that's why you take all the mirrors down. I think that's the way to go.
It's
and just
fine.
live your life.
In like 10 years we'll have nanobots and we'll be
Right.
okay. You know what I mean? We'll be
Right.
all right.
I'm banking on that 100%.
Yeah,
So that's
I'm looking forward to being 20 again. It's okay.
right. Yeah, you should freeze yourself right now, Dom. I think this is going
Well, I
forward.
mean, all I have to do is just step outside apparently.
Right. Oh yeah. So before we go on, what is your area like weather-wise? Are you in this big storm with us? I forget. Did we talk about this?
Yeah. So we were supposed to get, like 2 weeks ago, we were supposed to get like 2 feet of snow.
Yeah.
And you could see it on the radar. It was all around us. Like there was no avoiding it. Somehow we avoided it.
Nice.
But we got like 0 snow, but then a couple days later, when it was supposed to be completely clear, all of a sudden we got an ice storm, and we've been buried in about 2 inches of ice for over
Oh
a
my
week
god,
now.
that's worse. That's worse.
And it's like 9 degrees here. So
Well, see what he left out is that he diverted the snowstorm with his guitar.
right.
Like,
Right. Of course.
he was outside with his amp and he had it turned up really loud and he was playing and then like it was like
Right on the roof
all,
of
he
his
used
house.
all of his magic up and that's why the ice came. I mean, that's really what happened.
Right.
yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's the scientific explanation, actually.
Yeah,
Usually
that's how it works. I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you guys use sound, it's usually how we that's how we control the weather.
Right. I've
and
seen
all
some
that.
TikToks on that, and I believe it's immediately true because
Right.
that's where I learned it. But let's speaking.
I
of
love that we're always so like technologically advanced when it comes to like all these like conspiracy theories. They're like, I don't know if you know this, but there's like space lasers,
Right.
And like weather machines, and they're like, dude, we can't even like give like a proper like we're not doing this. But you get my point though. It's like,
Yeah. It's like
how
we
are
can't
we
even
so
get like
advanced?
we can't even get like power back on if there's a storm for like
Right, yeah,
a day.
yeah, like everything falls apart like so easily, but yet we're like this hugely advanced civilization
Right.
somehow. We're like, okay, all right.
Oh man. All right. So let's move on. We're at the 5:30. Unless you guys got anything else you want to say real quick.
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, so starting off this block, we got the new one by Jesse Mock. We'll be back in a little bit.
You give me loving in the early hours of the morning. Left the motel, gone without a warning. Then we're cruising through the streets.
And we're back. And I love when right before we go back, there's like a long fade out or like a tail on the reverb or whatnot. It's just like a good transition back into talking. So everyone here with me again?
I'm here.
No. Nope.
No, right. I always have to check. It's always this. Dom has given me permanent PTSD from joking around earlier.
I know.
Thanks for everything.
Hey, no problem, dude. You know, I mean, if I wasn't here, who would keep you on your toes?
Right,
You know?
right, exactly. So let's talk a little bit about the album that you have coming out. We're going to be hearing a little bit of it, or after this next block. So we're going to get more into we'll get more into talking about why you decided to do it, or different ideas about that. But one thing I did want to announce is that you do have a listening party today, and how's the best way to say this time-wise? I mean, for me, it's 1 p.m. Central, so I guess that's an easy way.
Yeah, I guess
That's
it's
easy.
Central. So 2 p.m. Eastern. There's a Bandcamp listening party coming up, like shortly after the show, I guess.
So I'm gonna put a link in the chat here, and then I'll pin that to the top. So everybody should RSVP for this right now. Give me 1 second. Let me put this in here. There we go. So it's pinned to the top of the message. So we can keep reminding and annoying people about it. Don't forget to click the top of the thing, right?
I live to annoy people.
Right, I was going to say, you probably want that. You probably would love that, right? Like the whole show, we're like, and don't forget everyone,
I think that's the thing that we share in common the most, is that we enjoy annoying people.
I'm not going to be satisfied until I piss off everybody in this chat and your whole show is abandoned and nobody shows up
Right,
to my listening.
right. They're like,
That's fine.
that was
Yeah.
that Brandon McCool show. Do you remember that?
I don't know if you know this, but we've been waiting for that day anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm glad I could finally bring it to you.
Yeah, the joke is that we're locked in through contract to doing this, and me and Dom are just counting down the minutes, and we're like, and we're almost at our limit. It's almost
I'm
over.
the ringer?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
We're waiting for our own like little antichrist to come in
Right,
and
that's
destroy
it.
everything.
And that's me!
Right.
You did it.
I knew it. It's perfect. I am going to cough. All right, Tom, take over for a second.
Is that better?
Yeah, thanks
I'll
for
just do it
coughing over my cough. Appreciate that.
Yeah, cough over your cough, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just
That's really
go.
what I'm here for. Is I'm Dave's like wingman.
Yeah. Right. It's
You're the Ed McMahon of the show.
right of the
Yes,
show.
right.
Yeah, there's one day I'm just going to pretend that I can't get my mic working, and Dom, and you're going to have to take over the whole show right in the middle of the interview. Or is that going to be the last day of our
I
friendship?
don't think anybody wants that.
Can't.
You're gonna be like,
can't,
Right, exactly. It's gonna be like me going, "Oh yeah, that's
right.
great."
I'm just like breaking up the whole time. Oh my god. So
You better not, or we will break up. You know what I mean?
right, exactly. And that we don't want that. So so Brandon, for this I was gonna say, so this album is done, right? And what is coming up after this? Are you you're not starting anything right away, but you were saying something about like are you going to stick kind of in this genre, do you think, with kind of the more synthwave adjacent rock stuff, or are you going totally different, do you think, next time?
I honestly don't know if I've ever been in the synthwave genre.
I said adjacent.
I tried adjacent, but I don't even know if I'm that anymore. I think I was
this
trying
lands
early
in
on.
that for sure. By the way, I think this album does.
A little bit, yeah, like some tracks at least. Because the whole album's kind of all over the place. Every track's a different genre, I think. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think early on, like my first 2.5 singles were like I was really trying to be part of synthwave, and I don't know, it didn't quite fit me, I guess. I mean, I love synthwave, but I don't think that's quite my. I don't think that's my strength. So.
Yeah, but those songs, people like those songs a lot, right? So it might be your accidental strength, your hidden power that you didn't know.
If they like them, that's news to me. But,
okay, I like them. Is what I'm saying.
okay, you're the only one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with. I'm always gonna be kind of hovering around.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go. I think you and I have talked a lot about how much we love Ween.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
one of my all-time favorite bands for sure.
Yeah, I love them, and I think I'm kind of taking a page out of their book, where I just I never want people to know what to expect next.
Right.
You want to
And
subvert the unexpected, right?
Right.
Well,
and,
yeah.
and not just for the sake of doing it, but just because I have fun trying different things and it's challenging. And so I've been thinking about doing kind of maybe like a blues jazz kind of album next. And I don't know. I'm not going to. I guess it's too late to take that back. The word's already.
No, you need to do what I did on Nick Rickson's podcast, whereas I announce something with a general date that doesn't happen, and then forever it becomes this running joke. So okay, you heard it here. Definitely a blues album is coming out next.
Yeah, I'm committed to that.
And then you're that guy, where it's like, hey man, how's the blues album coming? And you're like,
That's
Like, how's that album going? What are you naming the album? And like you're like full of disappointment.
right, right. You get all these blues magazines calling you, hey, I heard, and you're like, oh, I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, as long as you don't have the country album coming out, then we're all gonna be good.
I can guarantee you
that's
that
a
is
cold
one thing
day in
I
hell.
will never do.
Right.
So another thing I'm going to do that I decided was I'm going to dig up some of so everything that I have released right now has been from the last 3 years, but I was actually doing instrumental stuff like from the time I was like 16-ish.
Yeah.
And it wasn't very good, but I was doing a lot of that in like the early 2000s too, and I really liked some of that stuff, but the software I was using to record and the equipment was not great, so the recordings kind of suck. And I think I was even worse at drums then than I am now. So, I think I'm going to dig up.
Was it live drums or was it like program drums back then?
Unfortunately, some of it was live drum. Like I had an electronic kit and I was actually trying to play myself.
Oh,
and
that's so cool.
My wife is a drummer now, but she hadn't started playing yet at the time.
Oh man.
So otherwise I would have tapped her to do it. But,
yeah, for sure.
So I was trying to play myself and I was just fucking terrible. I decided I think I'm going to dig up some of my old stuff and like repurpose some riffs that I always liked and then I never really found the right home for, I guess. So
yeah, I got stuff like that
I thought
too.
That would be fun.
I got stuff like that too that I always had this fantasy of going back and I'd be like, I should make this into a synthwave song. And then like I've shown it to a few people and they're like, maybe you should just finish this song. Like how it is, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that either. So I guess this is just an exercise in communication, I guess, between two people. Just practicing talking.
I keep getting this image in my head of him like a scene from like that movie Whiplash or whatever with the drums.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's like talking to his wife like, it's not good enough yet. You have to play it again, and we're gonna do it over.
Right.
Like
pacing back and forth.
Right, just pacing back and forth, throws like a drumstick enter symbol or whatever.
Right. No, but
I'm not saying you do this. I'm just saying it'd be
how
image in my
insulting,
head.
Dom. How insulting. Brandon, are you willing to stay on the show after that?
No,
insult?
No.
Just a hard no.
Woo! I did it.
Oh man, he says no, and somehow we hear a phone click and a dial tone. We're like, what happened?
How did that happen? Like, where did he get a phone from?
Right. He's just so angry and just like we just like go back in time and we're somehow on a landline call together and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's like and then it's like, sorry, this phone is not reached anymore. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I talked about this on the show, but that's like, there's so many aspects about like analog phones and like landlines that like my daughter will never really know, never really understand what.
Remember when you left the phone off the hook and then all of a sudden you hear like faintly like meep, 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 meep.
Yeah, and you'd hear it. I had that tuned into my brain, right? So I'd be like in the kitchen and I'd hear it like in the basement or something. I'd be, oh my God, my parents are going to kill me.
Off the hook. Right. What if the 3 people call me? Oh no. Like,
Right.
Do you remember, like, the worst is when you started getting cold calls? I don't remember when this started happening. I want to say it was like the mid.
I don't really remember
late
that.
90s.
I mean, some advertising calls, I guess. Yeah, so that's
mid to late 90s, maybe early 2000s. You start getting like all these like weird like cold calls and like advertisement calls, and you're like, why?
Huh.
Oh, I definitely remember my mom being pissed about that. I can hear her clearly just bitching at people calling.
Well, yeah, I'm stupid because of course I remember this because we got this early caller ID when it first came out for that reason. Right? And it's funny because before you just answer the phone, caller ID made everybody like nervous about everything. Like if you didn't know the number, you'd be like, oh my God.
All the conspiracies come back to go right back to cold calls from like companies and stuff like that. What's weird is now you get them regularly, right? Like I
easy.
couldn't tell you how many times you get a call now, and you're just like, okay, like, and it's like spam call.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of those texts too, where it's like somebody with a hilariously long email is telling me that they're Apple, and I owe $143, and click on this hilarious link and stuff like that.
And then like the countless political texts you get for no reason.
Right,
like
right.
it'll be like, you tired of high gas prices this
Right.
season? You're like, okay, like come on.
Brandon's like, I never got any of those. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Right. It's like, I love the gas prices. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I love that they always
car
phrase it that way.
warranty
Are
is
you
about to
tired of paying
expire.
a lot for groceries? And you're like, I think everybody is, but okay.
Right. It's like, I am?
Right.
Oh my god. But yeah, if you think about like how much stuff we took for granted, right, when we were kids, because we're all around the same age, and then I'm looking at like my kid growing up, and there's so many other things like this, and this isn't one of those like Instagram posts where it's like, remember this? I just mean like regular day-to-day stuff, like
Well, everything's so like ADHD inducing, like levels of like, I don't even know. Like, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that you're inundated with all day long.
Yeah.
Because when we were kids, it was just like you woke up, you knew that it was like at 10 a.m. Ninja Turtles was going to be on. You had to go watch that. And then afterwards, you knew there was nothing on TV for the rest of the day, basically, that you wanted to watch. So you went out and played. You played video games. You had like simple things to do. And then now it's just like you wake up. This is why I think everybody feels like they have ADHD now, because like it's just like it's madness.
Well, it's
all day long.
distractions.
You're just
everywhere
you go. It's like an idiocracy. You know what I mean? When he's watching TV and it's like it's mostly ads,
right
all around the edge of it. Like that's basically what like we're at right now. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
Right. No, I totally agree. Did you guys have this thing? Like I had this thing, and we won't. This is not the whole show, everybody. Don't worry. But
hold on, real quick. He said, I remember my mom being pissed. Here's the thing. I think everybody's mom was pissed.
Oh
right?
yeah, that was standard.
Like,
that was like built in.
As a stay-at-home parent, I can attest that my day-to-day is just me grumbling around the house.
Right.
I'm just like,
You're just finding constant like dissatisfaction.
right. Well, once you have kids, that like your whole like everything changes, right? We've talked about this. Like, there's nothing wrong with having kids. I love my kids. I'm just saying, pre-kids was like you woke up and then your day was like there was like opportunities and time. You know what I mean?
Right. Brandon's drinking 2 slushies right now, laughing.
Right. It's like, I'm gonna go about my day. You know, I'm like.
No, it's so.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's not exclusive to having kids though, because I wander around the house. You can ask my wife. I wander around the house just mumbling to myself all day.
Yeah.
She never knows what I'm complaining about.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it's just like one of those things where it's like when you have kids, it's like your whole day is determined for you. You're not like, you don't wake up and you're like, I'm gonna just go back to bed or whatever. You can't do these things anymore. It's just it's awful. Like, it's awful, but it's awesome at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that anything about life is kind of like you experience what your experience is all you know, and it is your life. And it's always like the grass is always greener on the other side. Because I felt the same way about stuff before I had kids. And now I have kids. I'm like, you could do whatever you want before, but I didn't. I don't know. So maybe this is
it just makes you think about it. It makes you think about how much time that you thought you didn't have before you had kids. You're like, I have no time for anything.
Yeah.
And then you have kids, and you're like, I really have no time for anything. And like, that's it.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, at least for 18 years, right?
right. 25 maybe, who knows? You never know nowadays.
Right. So the new Memory Design album is coming out in 2045 then.
There we go. I knew it.
Sooner than I thought.
Yeah, would you say it's sooner than you thought?
This is sooner than you thought.
You're probably right.
You're like 2080 and Dave's like, I got it.
Right.
I did it,
you guys. Right. You're like, it's
we
okay.
all listen to it and be like, yeah, it's all right.
Right.
Good job. We'll
good.
put this on the fridge.
Okay.
Right, put this on the fridge.
My magnum opus.
Right. You're like, yeah, interesting choices. And that's the only review of the whole track. Well, thanks, guys. All right, hey,
I thought
I got
that
my
snare
because I
sound
love the
was,
bleep loops.
Okay.
Right. The snare was okay, but Maybe a
And that's
little.
about it.
No, my favorite thing is when you release a track and it's like done and out, right? And then somebody is like, and I've done this to people too. They're like, I would have put, a little, I would have taken down a little bit at like 3K. And you're like,
I
oh,
would have
it's
had
out.
like a sparkly
Yeah,
ARP thing over here, in the end.
Right.
I mean, that's just me, but like a sparkly ARP or something.
Right.
Yeah, but that's just me. That's what I would have done. And I-
Right,
I know
right.
what it is.
That's just my
What I would
perfect
have done if it was
opinion.
my song and I had written it. You know what I mean?
Right. If you, I didn't know you
well,
didn't
it
want to
is,
be
but
successful, so if that's your thing, then whatever, it's all good. Yeah, Craig
I
is
like to have
saying,
an
know
audience.
that it's,
I don't know about you, but
Craig is saying block o'clock because he knows my schedule. Yeah, we're at the top of the hour.
Okay. Greg,
So-
you can just instead of saying that, just tell me to shut the hell up. And
Okay, so you shut. No, I would never say that to you.
he'll do it to me, not you. It's
No,
fine.
no, I like Brandon, so it's
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
different.
Yeah, I get it.
We're contractually obligated to be together for the rest of our lives.
Unfortunately,
Right,
yeah,
unfortunately. But
Yeah.
all right, so let's move on, and then when we get back, we are going to talk about the new album. We'll talk about everything about like the origin, the ideas, and everything, and then we're going to be listening to it. So it's gonna be all Brandon all the time after this block. So here we go. We got a oh boy. But don't worry, I've got a whole block of just like virtuoso guitar players right ahead of you, and then we'll get right into your music. No,
Right, we've got some
That'll
Ingram
be
Malmsteen
great. Just-
coming up.
yeah, I've got all Ingve
really
coming
twist the
on,
knife.
right? No, but I do. In this last song in this block is a special access premiere of a new song by Nicholas Rickson that I'm excited to
Hell
share
yeah.
with everybody. So I'm very excited about that. So here we go. We're going to move on, and we'll talk to everyone in a little bit.
Looking for an answer to soothe my soul, baby. Take me away. Looking for an answer. Looking for an answer to soothe my soul, baby. Take me away. These are the nights we remember. I don't know just where I'm going. I don't care where I end up, and I don't need to, 'cause it's the secret, tell me the secret. Give me your potion, kiss me a spell. Tell me the secret, tell me the secret. Ooh, it's magic. Ooh, it's magic. Ooh, it's magic. Ooh, it's magic.
And we are back. And that song is magic, by the way. I love all this new Nick stuff that's coming out and I've heard a little bit of, and I'm very much looking forward to that album.
I like most of what Nick has made, to be honest. Like, which is rare because I don't usually like most of things that people make.
Right,
So
right.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm very particular, and I like Nick's earlier stuff too. I got really into Nick like a year ago, and
Yeah.
we're good friends now. But
Yeah, me too.
I have heard most of his new album, and holy shit,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna be blown away. I'm not just saying this because he's my friend. I'm serious. This fucking thing is
No, I
gonna be
No,
dynamite.
no. You're doing it because you're his friend. It's fine. We get it.
I,
You know what mean?
no,
No, I'm really.
I
I mean, you're my friend. I think your shit sucks.
There we go. See, there we go. See?
I've told him the same thing, and I think I feel like I'm convincing him. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is going to be awesome. You know, so we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I mean, who doesn't put out something and then go, well, everyone's going to hate this. It doesn't. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times I've put out a track and I'm like,
right.
like, okay.
Every single time.
Right, every time. Oh man! Oh, that's a good transition. Okay, speaking of that, let's talk about this new album you have coming out. Now, I think you'll be able to explain it a little bit better than I will. Talk about the inspiration for this and why you decided to call it what it's called. I mean, I could say it, but if you want to reveal it, and then like why you decided to use that as your inspiration.
Yeah, why? Look, just tell us why.
Well, why is because I'm an idiot.
All right,
And
anyway,
I
so we're
thought-
moving on to
Go ahead and play the next block because that's all you're getting. So,
Good enough.
I guess I decided, what further away can I lose? Can I?
Right, can you push
how
everyone?
much further can I reduce my audience? So I picked the most obscure old Nintendo game that's probably older than most of the people that are in the chat right now, that most people don't remember. I don't even know how or when this idea came to me. I just know I started on it in January of last year, and somehow I was just in the middle of the project before I even realized I was doing it. But I just decided one day, what if I took all of the characters from pro wrestling from Nintendo and wrote entrance themes for them as if they were real, like the characters were real
right.
wrestlers in the 80s.
Yes.
So I was trying to imagine this as like a real life version of that, but I didn't want to, lean too hard into it because, nobody knows what the hell this game is anymore.
Were you
Aside from, like,
surprised? Were you surprised to find out that that's like one of my top 5 favorite Nintendo games? Was that something that shocked you or not?
I'm not surprised because at the time, like when we were kids, that game was huge. Everybody
Yep.
was playing it.
And it was
Well,
the
I mean,
best wrestling
here,
game.
you know what I mean? So it's like, it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was a huge like Nintendo kid when I was little, and I'm also like huge into wrestling too.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore because it kind of sucks now, but it was great in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I just figured I'll combine those two things, and I had the idea to do it like a live album almost.
It has a very live sound to it. Like the I don't know if this is where you're going with this, but
go ahead.
it has like I don't want to say like, what am I trying to say? Like it
Don't
has
mean
like
to
you're
say.
in, no, it's
That's
like
what
you're,
he's trying to say. There's just no, just kidding.
No, I'm saying that it does feel like you're in an arena, and it's not just the crowd. I don't know if it's something on your master chain or what, but
No, it sounds
Yeah.
really good, honestly.
Thank you. So yeah, that was what happened. Did we lose it?
I think we lost the stream here. Oh no, we're back. We're back. Okay, we're back.
Back?
Okay.
Can anything
All right.
else happen? Can some? Okay, everything stop happening. Okay, sorry,
Yeah,
Brandon.
right when we-
I'm
right
messing
when we
with
get
Dave,
to,
guys. He's fragile, okay? We can't keep doing this.
No, like you. It's funny too because you're going to be like, all right, finally, we're going to talk about your album. You're explaining it, like
And there it goes.
Google goes down, right? Or something
Right.
like that. And you're like, everything is as it should be.
The whole world just loses power. And you're like, okay, well,
So
Where
go
was
ahead.
it?
Go
Oh,
ahead. Sorry.
okay. So yeah, so I was trying to make it feel like a live, like you're actually part of the crowd and you're at a live wrestling event, you know?
And that's what I was
so
trying
I
to
added-
explain. It does have that feeling to it, like the sound of the whole thing. To me,
Right.
anyways.
So I added like crowd noise that kind of swells throughout the track. Like anytime there's a dip in the music, you hear the crowd go nuts. There's like a big pop at the beginning of every track.
Yeah.
It's like your favorite guys coming out and everybody starts screaming. But then I also, on the master chain, I had a lot of like arena reverb, like large room reverbs,
Yeah.
and I was trying not to go overboard with it because it was it would get kind of muddy. So I didn't get it sounding quite as big as I wanted to, but I think that's there.
No, that makes sense to me, and I'm telling you that like I picked that up immediately, and I think everyone will hear that as well. So it did work, I think. But
Okay, good.
But man, I was so excited when I found out this is what you were doing, because I love that game. I've always been terrible at video games, like historically. I'm like the worst person in the friend group all the time on every game, and like I was great.
he really is.
I was
by the way.
great.
He's
at-
not exaggerating.
I was great at pro wrestling. You know what I mean? That was like the only game that in my history where like I was like very successful. And that's because I always played as Starman and you can just cheat constantly. But
Starman is the way to go. I mean, that was always my guy. My brother was a Fighter Hayabusa guy, and he would
Yeah.
kick my ass
Yeah.
every time.
Yep.
Then again, I was like 4 years old, so I don't know.
Right, yeah. Dude, my brother crushed me on every game, and he was 9 years older than me. And I'm like, guy, does this make you feel better? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
picking on a child.
Right.
No,
right.
but like, for me, wrestling games, like I played the game that you guys are talking about. I did not play it like enough to remember too much of it. For me, mine was always WCW versus NWO on 64.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that was my like claim to fame for wrestling games.
I remember WWF Attitude for PlayStation and N64. That was probably
Yeah.
the best one. When I was buying those all the time. We used to just spend hours in the custom wrestler menu, like just
Right.
creating it, and you didn't even have that many options at the time. So I
Right.
don't know what we
No,
were
but
spending
you
a lot of
were
time
trying
on.
to be as original as possible, like all of us
Yeah.
were, right? You know, you're like, I'm gonna make this guy. He's gonna have like flame arms. You know,
Right,
Yeah.
right. I'm looking at our time here. I want to make sure we get everything in. Is there anything you want to say about any of these other than what we've said, before we get into
Yeah.
actually listening to the album?
So and the name of the album is "A Winner Is You," by the way, because
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Some people probably think I'm just stupid and I don't know proper grammar, but that was actually in the game. Every time you would win a match, it would come up with a screen that said "A Winner Is You" because it was just poorly translated from
I love
Japanese.
it.
So,
I love that so much.
so I actually the album cover is actually a physical wrestling belt that I ordered. Like
wow.
I had to order a custom belt, and I didn't get a full size one because they're like hundreds of dollars, but I got like a children's size, like it'll fit around my leg.
Nice.
So,
I wondered how you did
just to
that,
get the
because
yeah,
it looks
I
so
actually
good.
ordered a belt.
It looks so real. I was like, is this generated, or
real.
did you pay an artist? And that's incredible.
No, I don't do AI art anymore. Like
Yeah.
I did on my first couple singles, and I decided not to anymore. But so
We all did.
Yeah. So I actually and I'm just done with that. I'm never touching it again.
right.
So so I got like a red like shiny background, and I put my name on it in like glittery letters, and then I just laid out the belt, and it looks really good. I'm happy with how it looks. So anyway, the tracks that you're gonna play they are so the first one is Kincorn Karn, I think I don't know what order you're doing them in, but
Yeah, and then Giant, and then King after that. King's the last one.
okay, cool. So those three, they were all sort of loosely in the pro wrestling game. They were all sort of loosely based on real wrestlers.
Right.
And so the first one is based on Killer Khan. And so Giant Panther was sort of a hodgepodge of Hogan and a couple other guys, but Hogan is kind of like the main thing. And then King Slender was intended to be Ric Flair.
Yeah. That was the most
so
obvious one.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, very obvious. So I tried to take that into account when I was working on their music. I was trying to think like what kind of music those guys would have, or without directly copying. Like I didn't want to do the anything that sounded just like the 2001 theme that Ric Flair uses.
Right.
Or anything. So but I think I kind of got that same vibe, but it's a little more disco influence. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we can go ahead with that if you're ready for the next.
I'm so glad you told me about the belt thing. That is so cool. I was going to ask you about that, but I wasn't going to ask you on the air in case you're like, I just.
Yeah. Well, and also if you look on the screen, the gloves and the disco ball that I use for my logo there, I actually bought those gloves too, and they're just Photoshopped.
That's awesome.
Like I have them sitting next to me right now.
That's so cool.
Dude, this guy, I was gonna say, there's this guy who lives like right around the corner from us or whatever. He owns like the largest wrestling museum or something like that. Like
You told me that, and I've
Wow.
been following him since then.
Yeah, he's really cool. I love that guy. His name's Steve, and just wonderful dude.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Did you ever watch
Yeah,
any of his
I'm gonna
videos, dude? He's like, he always calls everybody butterball biscuits and stuff. It always cracks me up every time.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. Yeah.
He's like, "What's up, you butterball biscuits?" And I'm like, it just kills me every time. I don't know. I love that dude.
So
all right.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead
let's
with the thing,
Yeah, let's go on. These are good selections, by the way. I just have the album now. I haven't listened to the whole thing many times through, that kind of a deal. So,
That's all right.
but these ones, I can see why you picked these three. But although I have heard every song on it, and I like all of them actually, including the little interlude thing in the middle. So that was really cool. So, anyways, so here we go. We'll move on to this first one, and this is from Brandon McCool's new album, "A Winner Is You." Let's go. And we are back. And that was when I was putting these together. I think that's the order you gave them to me in. But having that as like the last song in this block just seemed right, And it is so. If you know like the King Slender character and he was based off and everything, it is so perfect. That is like such a perfect track for that character.
Yeah, because like I said, he's supposed to be like a Ric Flair type,
Right.
and he's also like the champion in the game. So it was supposed to be like really as regal as possible.
Right. Like everyone else is just in the arena, but his intro movie or whatever, he's on a speedboat for no reason. Like that kind of thing, that kind of energy. Yeah. I loved it. I think I can. I'm trying. We were thinking about different. Sorry, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of different kind of vibes to this, and you were saying like not all of this is like more synthwave oriented, right? And some of the more lands are in that category or not. But I think that track that we just heard is probably going to land with the synthwave crew, the most. I think just because of the overall feel. Maybe not. We'll have to see. But
I think so. Yeah, I think of all of them.
It's never what you think you will.
Right. That's
that
true.
was actually the first track I finished on the thing because I've been working on this since January. The Amazon is the first track I started, and it was like I just kind of left it sit for a few months, and then when I started like really trying to hammer on this thing and get it done was like probably around April or March, and then like in July, King Slender is the first one that was finalized.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them just kind of flowed in piecemeal, but yeah, I was really happy with that one right away. I knew that was like now I have to finish this project.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, just from in all these songs, the intros are very catchy. It grabs you right away, and whether it's like the crowd or like the leads or whatever. That's one thing I really like about this stuff is that it really brings you in right away. And then.
Right.
And then it keeps going, right? But not all songs do, especially in the synthwave community, right? There's a lot of like slow intros sometimes, which is appropriate for the genre. But it is always nice when you get like a hook right away in the beginning, and you're like, right?
Well,
and then you're like, awesome.
Like for this to
You
work,
like my music?
it had to
like
be
slog
like
all the way through,
What do you say?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dom. I think your delay is acting up. I think, by the way. I don't know.
No,
if you know
that's
that.
not good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was just laughing. I was saying that like I was, making fun of myself. I said it's not like my music where it's like a slog all the way through.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the kind of joke you want to explain, right? After no one heard it, you're like,
Yeah, love it. Love explaining jokes.
Right.
plus again how your stuff sucks.
Right.
I love you, Dom.
I love you too, buddy. No, I don't take any offense. You're okay, man.
No, I'm kidding. I actually really like the Windows stuff.
Hey, I got one fan. You hear that?
Yeah. But that was what I was saying. So I lost my train of thought. Like in order for this project to work, like it kind of has to hit you like a freight train coming right out, or like because otherwise, no wrestler wants to come out to crickets. So
right. A 30-second slow build up while you're just standing.
Unless you're the Undertaker, but it kind of worked for that.
Right. Dom, did you ever do wrestling stuff? Did you ever watch wrestling? Or was that part of your childhood?
Oh yeah, I was really big into it for a long time growing up. I remember my dad took me to one of them. Like it was in Detroit at the time, I believe, at the Joe Louis Arena, and I went and saw like Hulk Hogan and all that stuff. It was like I want to say early '90s.
Okay.
I can't remember who was like really popular then because like I was a kid, you know what I mean? I was like a little kid.
Right.
But like, I mean, as I grew up, I think that I stopped watching wrestling when I was 17-ish, 16-ish.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about the same for me. I think because it was great like in the Attitude Era, like through about 2000, 2001.
Right.
And then I sort of lost interest after that because
the Wolfpack and all that stuff, right? You know what I mean? And like X or whatever it was.
Once once the NWO, like there wasn't anybody who wasn't in the NWO anymore. It wasn't exciting. So and then they kind of like Stone Cold kind of backed off a little bit. You didn't see as much of him, and I think. Shawn Michaels had already lost his smile, and that was
right. And The Rock was moving on to like movies and everything like that. So it's like, it was just like that whole era of what I grew up with was like ending. So I just
So that was around the time I stopped watching too, and then I still try to watch. Like I'll watch the Rumble tonight, and but I'm not expecting anything fantastic because nobody at that company knows what the hell they're doing anymore.
This is what I've heard. I was never really into it other than like kid, like how every kid in the 80s was kind of into, the WWF and Hulk Hogan and, this kind of stuff. So I was like that, but my brother wasn't into it, so I don't think I was into it. So, but every so often it's fascinating to hear people that really enjoyed it, because I feel like I missed out on a bunch of really fun stuff. And how Dom was talking, like every time I've heard people talk about it, they bring up the same stuff, like these names you were talking about that I know nothing about, and so I'm just sitting here nodding along, like
We got to meet Mick Foley one time, and
me too.
Yeah, and our last name is Sacco. So my little brother Tony and I were like, dude, you ruined us in high school, buddy. Right. It was the worst time ever, because everyone was like, oh, Mr. Sacco to us, and we're like, damn it.
Right. So he notices you got a bag of oranges with you, right? And so what are you doing with those?
Yeah. So I punched him. No, I'm kidding. No, we laughed and everything, and he signed. It was right when his book came out, so I got like a book signed by him and everything. Pretty cool.
So Mick Foley was doing, I think he still is, like a little here and there, but like 10, 15 years ago, he was doing stand-up.
Oh, really?
And he was on like a short tour with Reverend Bob Levy doing a little stand-up thing, and he came to. We were living in Columbus, Ohio at the time, and he did a date there at just like a little dive bar, and we got to meet him afterward. We went and bought. They were brand new, because I didn't want to be disgusting, but we went and bought a brand new pack of socks before the show, and we got him to sign socks for us.
Nice.
That's cool.
And he was such a cool guy. He was really nice.
Yeah, he's a sweet dude. Honestly, one of the nicest people.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and I actually know who you're talking about, so that says something.
Yeah. He did all like the good stuff, Mankind.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Why am I blanking out? Was it Lovin'? No, what Love?
Dude Love.
Dude Love. Thank you. That threw me off for a second. I couldn't remember the name of it.
The guy is just completely fearless. If you ever Dave, if you're you're not into wrestling, but if you ever wanted to watch one match that shows you what you missed in the '90s, watch the Hell in the Cell match with the Undertaker and Mankind.
Yep.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not against it either. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't like it.
It just wasn't
those guys
my thing.
Yeah, those guys put themselves through like a lot, dude, for their art. For their art, because I mean, regardless if it's fake or if it's real or whatever, like the actual amount of physical work that they put into that is very real, and it's it's an art for them, dude.
And it's you can, and that match, that match, Taker throws Mankind off of the, you can see them kind of, if you watch it back now, we didn't get this at the time, but if you watch it back now, you can see all their little silent communication, throw me off, because he throws him off the top of a 20-foot cage.
2 stories, dude.
2 stories, and he just lands. He falls through the announce table, and the announcers like Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler, you can hear the panic in their voice. They actually thought he was dead for real.
Wow. Right.
And you can see they pan up to the Undertaker on top of the cage, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I killed him!" You can see, you
can basically see the look in his eyes, there's no way he's okay. But he was. The guy is just, once again, the guy is just impervious. I don't know what it is, but he was made of something different. So
yeah,
sorry.
He's just insane. He was. Him and 3 or 4 other guys just completely made wrestling in the 90s, and I don't think there will ever be anybody that good again.
Yeah, you were switching tenses too, by the way, and so I was like, did he die? And I didn't know.
No. He was just
he's retired.
He's just one of those people that that whole era was it was a lot of showmanship. There was a lot of showmanship.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been around, I have friends into it and everything, so I was it was in my orbit. But I think what's interesting is when you have an older brother who's close enough to where you want to do, everything that he wants to do, if he's not into something as a kid, you're not into it. Or at least I wasn't.
Well, the worst is when you have an older brother that's really into wrestling and he wants to do all the moves to you.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
And you're
I had that.
Yeah,
I don't know how many concussions my brother gave me when I was little.
Right, exactly. My older brother would pick on me. He'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna do this," and I'm like, "Why are we doing this to me?
Why am I the person we're doing this to?"
Right. I have bones.
Right. Hey, we're at.
Yeah, that was me when I was growing up. My brother like turned me on to everything. Like all the music that I listened to when I was a teenager and still do to this day, all kind of came from him.
Yeah, I found a Ween originally through my brother. Actually, he bought chocolate and cheese.
Ween I discovered on my own. I tried to turn my brother onto Ween a couple of years ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I get it, but it's not really my thing."
Right. Well, yeah, maybe, I don't know what. There's gateway albums and there's non-gateway albums, so it depends what you showed him.
I think I probably sent him like Shinola or something.
Right, yeah.
Like, I'm
not doing this one. But hey, we got 15 minutes left, so we got to move on to the next block. But is there something quickly you can say about, you decided to bring 3 songs that are, what would you say, these are inspirational to you or just stuff you like, or how would you say, like, why'd you pick these?
So 2 of them are songs that kind of, before I was into Synthwave, kind of gave me a push in that direction, like before I even knew what Synthwave was, back in like 2012 or 2009 or whatever. So one is a song by a band called the Proto Men. They're a band from Nashville. Mm-hmm. They're a concept band. Their entire catalog revolves around sort of a gritty, realistic Western version of Mega Man. So they wrote like a whole novel that ties all their. It's sort of like, if you're familiar with Coheed and Cambria, kind of the same thing, but with Mega Man.
Wow,
sweet.
I was unaware of this. So
okay, yeah, these guys are fucking incredible, and we got to see them live a year or 2 ago in Nashville. One of the best live shows I've ever been to. They like really get into it. Like some of the guys are in costume and stuff, and but they're just incredible musicians. And if you're in any way interested in Mega Man, this kind of adds a whole different context to the story. It brings it like a darker tone than what's ever in the game. So that's one. If you don't know the Proto Men, go check them out. They actually just released a new album. It's their first album in 17 years. The track I picked for you though is one of their earlier tracks, because that was the song that got me into them, so I just thought it would be funny.
Those are always the special ones that stick with you. I have a lot of those too.
But the new album is incredible, but my favorite songs from the new album are like 6-7 minutes long, so I figured that'd be a bit much. The other one is a guy named Alex Cameron. He's a singer-songwriter from Australia, and he's I discovered him through Brandon Flowers, who co-wrote his first 2 albums, or some of the songs from his first 2 albums. Not really synthwave at all, but it kind of has elements of that. There's like a lot of. What's that?
I was saying good old Flowers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love the Killers. Just like good songwriter. It has a lot of like analog synth and sax and stuff. So that kind of pulled me in that direction. Great artist. And then the third one, I had to pick a Prism song because I love Prism.
You wanted to make sure you weren't kicked off the show by the audience, right?
Yeah, well, it also just because I try to give them props any chance I get.
Oh, for sure. I'm just joking.
I don't want to get too sappy, but they've done a lot for me. Their music, so.
Great, and it's a great song too. Yeah, no, people bring all sorts of stuff. I mean, that's the fun of the influencing. It doesn't have to be synthwave. I mean, we had who was it?
I think we had a metal song at one point.
No, it's like Phaserland brought like jazz fusion and some other stuff. You know, it's like it's whatever. So, and these are all great songs.
But I think Roberto actually played like a metal song.
Yeah, like a metal song. Yeah, it could be whatever. You know. So let's start out with the Proto Men, if that's fine. And I'm glad I didn't really research too much into them. I've heard this name before, but. You know, with getting everything ready, I didn't really look into it. Now I'm going to look into it a lot more after we're off.
You will not be disappointed.
All right, so here we go. And we will be back after this to say our goodbyes because we're almost at the top of the hour. So everybody can get their handkerchiefs ready to go. Dom, get the box of Kleenex.
It's been ready. I've been crying.
You've been crying just listening to me the whole time?
This whole time, yeah. That's right.
All right, here we go. Talk to you guys in a bit.
Switch and turn it off, you won't be able to breathe. So either way, you're a casualty.
so I could sleep. Now I'm scrolling, haven't counted casualties, with no sense of disillusion, no sense of profound tragedy. My rage is but a blinking satellite, hurtling towards nothing. Guess the pussy leaves town when the boss ain't around for the feeding. Yeah, the pussy leaves town. Supposed to be. Yeah, the wind done changed and my face stuck still, because heartache is for the ugly, and I get my satisfaction, baby. Got it streaming in 1080p across multi-tabs. I see sun-kissed flesh, I see no end to torture and misery. Chasing pussy online, cause the dog's feeling fine and he needs it. Chasing pussy online. Love's a diabetic sweetness, love's a fistful of bronze jewelry, love's a dragon, dressed all suede and leathery. Through the heartache comes a softness, birds sing with such a true clarity. Yeah, the song is such a terrifying welcome, and I hope I don't get what's coming to me. Now the pussy leaves town when she's not around, I don't need it. Now the pussy leaves town. Yeah, the pussy leaves town when she's not around, God, I need it. Yeah, the pussy leaves town. Said the pussy leaves town when she's not around, takes the pussy with her. Yeah, the pussy leaves town.
No one here looks better than you do, baby. Charging me up with all your energy, flowing into perfect symmetry. The way I fit into you when you hold me, baby. The night is young, we're gonna take our time, time, time. I think I know you're ready for the ride, ride, ride. I can feel the butterflies when we like ice. The time is right now. Time is right now. Can't think of anything
Oof, I pulled a Dom. I wasn't paying attention because I was enjoying the song. And I, I almost missed when we got back on. And is Dom still listening to the song right now?
How dare
Here he
you?
is. I knew it.
You know?
You guys are like jamming out, and then you have to hear my voice come in and ruin everything.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Every time you hear me.
I'm just
Oh, man.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Yeah, sorry. Show must go on, though. No, we
the ruiner.
right. We are at the end of the show already. And
Womp womp.
I know it's already noon here, or one by you guys in the right time zone apparently. But yeah, there it is.
Did it?
But we have a listening party in 1 hour for you. I'll drop another link right here, and I will be there in the chat. So sign up for
one
it.
thing I forgot to
RSVP.
mention, by the way.
Yeah.
Not to derail you there.
No, you're good.
So yeah, that was another reason I picked the Proto Men, is because the idea for my album kind of indirectly came from them, because they took a video game that that originally didn't have much of a story, and then they made it kind of gritty and real. And I thought I could do that, but I want to do like a weird game. So
Right.
at some point I decided on pro wrestling for some reason. So,
Hey, I'm glad you
I'm
did.
glad you did, though.
I don't have as much of a story behind mine, because they wrote an entire novel to accompany theirs. Mine is just implied, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, but that's just extra. You know what I mean? They're being extra.
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
You did
let's
just-
just be honest. I'm just
You need to get forks engraved, with the name of the album. Like God, no, what's that? The creature, right? Is that the character's name in the game? The one that looks like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh, the Amazon.
The Amazon, right? He pulls out the fork and stabs you in the face, secretly when the ref isn't looking.
Chomps on your head.
Right. Yeah, that was always going to be the most fun one, but was never that successful, in playing. So Starman was for me all the way. The super cheat backflip kick is always a winner.
Yeah.
So were you about to say something, Brandon? Sorry, I feel like I cut you off.
Oh, no, you were mentioning engraved forks. I was working on putting up some merch on my Bandcamp a couple days ago, and I got carried away, and I ended up putting up like a scented candle with the album cover on it. and I have a.
That's amazing. I have to get one. No. Leave it up for a minute.
I made a like a one-piece bathing suit too.
Nice.
I didn't publish that one, but I think I'm going to like now.
Right.
You should.
And
I hope the
another
gloves
thing-
are in the crotch area. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
No, it's just got the album cover blown up really big, so it just looks like a big belt across her entire midsection.
Nice.
So, and then I've also got a dog bandana on there, because why not?
Right, that's amazing.
And who doesn't want that?
Right.
The caption says, "Don't let your dog walk around looking like a loser."
Oh,
That's right.
The winner is you for dogs is I think it's really this whole music thing I think is just a flash in the pan, but the clothing line and the candles, that is what's going to be that's the future I think of Brandon McCool.
Agreed. Yeah.
Right, awkward dog accessories I think is really the future. What am I talking about?
Like a tail sock. You're like,
right,
why?
tail sock.
Why
Does
are we
that say
doing
a winner is you on the tail sock? That's so weird. What does that mean? All right. So, yeah, unfortunately, we are out of time. So, Brandon, thank you so much for coming on the show. I mean,
Thank you for having me. This has been fun.
yeah, and excellent album. And everybody should go to this listening party that we got going on in 1 hour. If you haven't yet, I'll put the link in again. I almost said check in again. The link in again. RSVP starts in 1 hour roughly from now. And we'll all be hanging out in there, too. So, Dom, thank you again for.
Oh, thank you, man. Love you guys.
Yes, it's been fun. Sorry if I'm a little bit distracted. Everybody in the family knows that 12 is the end, and it's like it's like every animals and children and everything start hovering
They're
closer
like
to the door.
Yeah, watches staring at you right now.
Right. They're like, make me food, like that kind of stuff. So
Now, let's go. Right. So, anyways, listen. I love you all. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. And keep jamming tunes.
And I will be hanging up the call in a second, if so you guys can talk if you want to, and you won't come through. But Brandon, thanks again, and thanks to everybody who watched the show and hangs out with us and supports us every week. And thanks to Stacey Gabriel for the super chat. That was really cool of you. I mean,
that was very nice.
That was very, very nice.
Thank you, Steve.
And Brandon, thanks for encouraging him to do that by being so awesome and being on the show. So I appreciate you.
Of course.
So
You can put the check in the mail.
Right. So your
Right. We'll get coffee.
Right, your
no big deal.
$1.75 or whatever it is coming your way through a candle payment from me in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for viewing again, and we have one song only to end the show, and then we will be back next week. Later, everyone. Have a great week.
Later.
Thanks.